Hello and welcome to Lois and Morgana Davidson Art. It's Morgana here, and today I'm here to share this wonderful wintry landscape painting with an oncoming storm and a flight of wonderful geese. I'm painting on cold pressed paper today, Milford brand, weight 140 pounds or 300 GSM, size 1/4 of an imperial sheet. I'm beginning simply by adding clean water to roughly the top 2/3 of the paper where I'm going to place the sky. To paint the sky, I'll be using 3 colours, some raw sienna for a hint of golden light, and then some indigo with a touch of cerulean blue to lighten it. I'm mostly using my large 2-inch flat brush, but you can use any large brush that you're comfortable with to paint a sky like this, as all that really matters here is having a decently sized brush that can cover sweeps of the paper nice and quickly so we can paint wet in wet. Now I'm using a watered down version of the indigo mix to make some simple marks across the foreground, building up a simple snowbank and some dry brush for some winter fields beyond. A little more dark, rich indigo paint helps to bring some life and definition into this painting now, both in the foreground here and then along the horizon line to create some distant winter trees, along with some bright dabs of burnt sienna, which provides a lovely pop of colour. Once everything was fully dry, I began the next step by painting these two tall trees in the foreground. To do this, I used Payne's Grey and my largest sword liner brush for the main branches, before moving back to using the smaller brush to create thinner branches. I also used a little white gouache here, layering it along some of the branches to create some snow. You can add as much or as little detail into the foreground as you like here. I've settled on a fairly decent amount of snow on those branches and a few sparse wintry grasses poking out of the snowfall today. Next, I added some shadows using Payne's Grey, taking into account the direction of the light coming from behind the clouds. Now for the finishing touch, I'm adding a flight of geese. You can see, I hope, that I have lightly penciled in the rough shape of this flock, and I'm now using my small size 2/10 detail brush to carefully paint them in. I'm using Payne's Grey to begin with, then adding little touches of darker paint and some more opaque white gouache for highlights, just to make sure they stand out beautifully against that dark, stormy sky. And here is the finished painting. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed this chilly wintry scene. I must say, it makes me feel cold just looking at it. That's all from me today, so I wish you all a very wonderful week wherever you are in the world, and of course, as always, very happy painting.